In the last years of high school, I did my prepared speeches a little bit differently. Um, no one ever really knew, I think. Here's how I used to do them, right? I would find a quote in the diaries we used to have for school. Every day at the bottom of the page, there would be quotes by different people of all different walks in life. Sometimes I would literally just page through and find a quote that stood out to me. Sometimes, if I suddenly remembered I had a prepared speech that day, I would search things, search for quotes in the morning on Google, find one that resonated or just felt different, write it down. And in the classroom, when it was time, just before going up, if it was something that I felt I needed to speak or wanted to speak on specific things, I would just write a few points. But most of the time, what I do is just go up, read out the quote, and start speaking about it, my thoughts about it, or trying to teach a concept from it. And this is like 16, 17, 18, maybe from the time I was 15 too. I wasn't graded very well, but I think that came more from the fact that sometimes it may have not been as long as it should have been in inverted commas. Whatever the case, I don't actually care about how it was graded because I just want to say, even my YouTube channel for that matter, the things I speak about here, I'm not sure if I've mentioned before exactly how I do things. I'm sure a few of the regular viewers may have seen or noticed that there's a fair amount of irregularity in my posting. And when I do post recently, it's been a group of videos that I film at once or at a specific time. I just sit and film a few, in other words, and over a few days I upload one at a time. Essentially, I started out this YouTube channel in a more structured way. I thought it would be best to have it structured. I'm just not a structure person. Not to say it's because I can't keep a structure. It's because I really refuse to keep a structure. If you think about it, right, in life, there's so much structure that's applied to everything, every little thing from the time we're really young. And it's all something that just works towards, I suppose, having us take part in the hamster wheel that everybody else was taught is the right way to live life. And I don't think it's the right way to live life. I don't think it's living life at all by living in that way. So a lot of people have seen me to be rebellious. I think I'm really too soft and gentle of a person for the most part to be rebellious, although I do fight for what I believe or feel to be right or better for me. Sometimes for another person if I know them well enough. But here's the thing, I think we are not prepared for life, and we are not supposed to be prepared for life. You can't really be prepared. Life takes you on its own journey. And if you are the type of person who has been prepared for life from the time you were really little by everyone in your environment, from parents to teachers, etc., and your life pretty much has followed a schedule, good for you. And I say that oh gosh, I was about to really say something mean there. Uh, I was about to say I say that in a condescending way, but not really. I don't mean it in a condescending way. Good for you in the sense that, maybe in this journey, this particular life of yours, or journey of life, maybe you're supposed to be following things that way. I'm sure you would ultimately be learning the lessons and achieving the goals and just whatever it is you have wanted to achieve in your life. I'm sure you need to look at me being awkward. That's me like really, really opposing that. Some people can, and some people choose to. That's the thing. It's a choice that you make. And the thing is, not everybody knows that it's a choice. So sometimes it's just easier also um, to just follow what you're told to do. It's scary being adventurous or being creative in your decisions for your life. It's scary to feel like you're doing something so different and that all the people who are important to you may stand against you or speak up against you and your decisions. Yet at the end of the day, those people aren't living your life. They aren't experiencing what you're experiencing in terms of, quite often if a person feels depressed with their life and the way their life is or the way their life is going or has gone, it's quite often because who they are within themselves, who they are meant to be, doesn't align to how they actually are living their lives currently. And that's taking something that's a very big subject and topic and kind of just putting it in a few words to describe what's going on. Nonetheless, I don't like the word prepared when talking about prepared speeches. I think there's a lot more depth to a person than following a given routine and given expectations. Expectations suck because no one is truly happy either way. But it's your choice, I think that's just the key here. It's okay to be different. It's okay to feel and think that what I want isn't really what everybody else seems to want for me, and to actually go ahead and live the way you want, do the things you want to do. I mean, I always say, do whatever it is that you want to be doing or feel that you need to be doing for yourselves, as long as you're not harming another person. That's like one of my golden rules, I suppose. But nonetheless, don't be afraid to be yourself and just be a little bit out there. There's nothing wrong with it. We're taught to be structured. Life is not structured. And definitely after high school, when you are out in the big world, experiencing life and experiencing the things life has to throw at you, you see that nothing is structured. And in fact, it's harder to try and keep a structure than it is to just take things as they come and go along with those same things as well. Whatever journeys they may take you on, side journeys from whatever structure you're supposed to be following, supposed to, in inverted commas. Be you. That's all I'm saying here. Be you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Because at the end of the day, the fear of being yourself and thus just choosing to conform, that is nothing compared to the fear you may face one day of realizing you don't know who you are. You don't know how you got to wherever you are, and you don't know how you can face the next day because it's just so far from what feels right or true to who you are. It's two types of fears that are completely different. And the one isn't even existent. The fear to be you isn't even existent because because ultimately you are who you are and you can't fight that. You can sometimes take whatever journey, side journey, a structured journey, but ultimately the path that you're supposed to take will always try to align you to it at some point, multiple points. So don't fight what feels right. That's a good rhyme. Don't fight what feels right. And on that note, I shall go. Hope you guys oh my heavens. It's late, okay? I hope you guys are having a good day, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. Know that you are loved and supported and cared for. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.